And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey where we travel to the and then. Would you shut up? I was going to say like we
Sorry.
throw ourselves on the mercy of the Greek gods and have a bit where we woo Aphrodite to escape this shitty season 3, but you ruined it. Congratulations.
Well, we still can throw ourselves on the Greek philosophers.
Yes. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching Plato's Stepchildren. Someone was doing a Greek tragedy play, or somewhere in the Paramount studio lot, and they borrowed the costumes, clearly. But I'm not looking forward to it. It's got bad news written all over it.
Well, it's also got Michael Dunn, one of my favorite character actors.
Which one was Michael Dunn again?
He played Dr. Lovelace in the TV series The Wild Wild West.
Oh, that's the one with Will Smith, right?
No,
Yeah. He was
the TV's
Wild,
the
Wild-
TV's
Wild Wild West.
the TV series, not the movie.
Jim West, he's a desperado. You know. No, you don't want nada. Yeah. There's no TV show of Wild Wild West. They couldn't afford Will Smith after he
The
became
Wild
big.
Wild West. You know perfectly good and well, because I know I've sat you down and made you watch the Dr. Lovelace episodes.
Yes, and I resented you for it.
Oh, come on. He's one of my favorite TV villains. Plus, he did a lot of other... He was in a great made-for-TV movie called Farewell, My Love, which was a nice sort of film noir, except they had to film it in color since this was made for television. But they still made it work. He was in, Ship of Fools. He was in a lot of stuff. He was really great.
Wasn't he in also Time Bandits?
No, but he was... Fortunately, he had passed away by then, although... And I think they were wanting to use an all-British cast, and despite all his accomplishments, Michael Dunn wasn't British.
Yeah, what a time to be alive. If you were a little person in Britain during that time, you got a job.
Really.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Star Trek episode. We'll be watching Time Bandits later. But,
Oh, okay, great.
I mean, we have to watch some good sci-fi every now and again.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. I fully support that.
So go ahead, put us on pause, and pull up Star Trek Plato's Children on your favorite physical media or streaming service and get some bourbon. And we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, drink. Okay. What do you mean, unknown planet?
I know.
If it was
This is
unknown,
already-
you wouldn't know how to get to it.
And if it's unknown, how do they know it's a distress call?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Shock twist. So it's a wandering planet.
The wandering people, they settled on Platonius.
Oh.
For a person who suffered from spondylopiphyseal dysplasia, he moved very gracefully. And there's our old friend Barbara Babcock again.
Well, what was she playing last time?
She was a computer voice or something. Well, I could chop your leg off.
Da-da-da. Double shot. Something's not right. Something's off.
You're really alert today, aren't you?
They might not be on the up and up. Wait a minute. This could all be a trap.
Well, neither was Plato in some instances, so...
Because I have a vague memory of this. It's like... I mean, spoilers for the Star Trek episode. Isn't it something like there's something in the air or the food that gives them these powers?
Something in the food. Early on, when Kirk beamed down to the planet, he mentioned how the planet is abundant in kyanide, which is a source of great power. And of course, we don't hear about kyanide before or after.
Which is what I'm going to bring up. Didn't they use it to give them the telekinetic powers as well? But after they're off this planet, they don't mention it again.
You realize that we're giving people an excuse to stop listening early.
Oh no!
but
oh shock! I love our audience.
So do I. God love them.
Tell us what you would do with telekinetic powers. Email us at lostpodcastatitan@gmail.com. Buy the merch. Get the t-shirt. Hey, that's not a legal move of chess.
You want to tell him, this is a case of let the Wookiee win. You really don't want to piss off someone with telekinetic powers. Obviously, he just makes small moves.
Sometimes. So they're idiots as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Not by much.
Yeah, about to say, hold on. If it's bred for self-reliance, then why is your top dude over there crippled by a small cut on the leg? See, that's dangerous. But I would have figured in a great panic there would have been like earthquakes.
Maybe telekinesis isn't that powerful. Or else, if I think they would have destroyed their... Well, then again...
About to say.
Well, you're the engineer. Fix it.
Wait a minute. There's no Sulu or Chekhov.
Huh.
And no lanky motherfucker. Three of them went up to lunch. They saw this script and was like, fuck it. I am not going to get paid just to sit at the console and wiggle around a little bit. Let's go to Ria's and get a pastrami on rye.
And then go see our agents.
God bless. I think they were in the wilderness for like decades. I mean, I don't hear about the blistering career of George Takei, and I didn't see
Walter Koenig.
Walter Koenig until Babylon 5, except for movies.
Oh, he was in a couple of Gene Roddenberry's pilot projects.
Yeah, but Gene Roddenberry's a hack and shouldn't be let anywhere near a writer's room, so that was just dooming his career.
So I can deliver the shot if I can get my phaser.
Also, if they're both about to aging at 30, like, the husband looks much older than his wife.
Well, supposedly it appears to be dignified. It's supposed to be dignified. No, the two of you go back up to the ship.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I'm digging the earrings.
Which is less of a strain on the budget.
What? Hold on. If there was a possibility I could get telekinetic power, I mean, fuck you. Give it to me. Well, I mean, the Federation at that time was kind of like that.
Yeah.
He could be an engineer, and what was it? Cut off his right arm for an extra 50 credits a week. Have it replaced by that multi-tool. Fuck you, Spock.
Oh.
Is it just me, or is Spock just meaner in season 3?
I think so.
That's actually pretty damn good.
He's also an accomplished piano player. Before he got into television acting, he and this woman who co-starred with him in the Wild Wild West episodes had a stage show where they would dance and sing. Well, I mean, play music and sing.
By the way, if anyone ever calls themselves a philosopher king, they're the villain. Just heads up
Yeah.
for any media.
It's like a friend of mine once said, never trust a person who calls himself Ace.
Ugh.
And in case you were wondering, Parman's played by Liam Sullivan, who hasn't done, jack shit practically.
Like old Dunn has a better career than this man.
Considerably, yes.
It's very unimaginative. Like you could have him chop off his finger.
Well, it's sort of an extension of an earlier thought. I mean, just because you have psychokinetic powers doesn't mean you're brilliant or imaginative.
No, wait, but you heard him. He called himself Philosopher King. He's the top dog around here. Completely intelligent.
That doesn't say much for the rest of the litter. Now, we just have their word that it's an actual shield which was owned by Pericles.
Soothe his other active brow.
Which apparently didn't work, or else I would have used those.
Take 2. Call me in the morning.
And they managed to still stay married all those centuries.
I mean, sometimes you have understandings. Ugh. Actually, wait a minute. There's this wandering asteroid about 2 or 3 light years that away, filled with lots of people who could totally relax on this planet, and I could have a wife, and I could retire here. Well, Captain, this has been great knowing you. But
Fuck off.
fuck off while I fuck on.
Plus, they had, amassed a great deal, the Fabrini had amassed a great deal of medical knowledge which would be useful on Platonius.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
I cannot move.
And we didn't see this coming?
Listen, I mean, okay. Just tell the Plutonians, look, we need our doctor as well. Let us hang out in orbit. And we'll contact Starfleet. I am 100% certain there would be a whole cadre of doctors / scientists who would love to. Yes, I would love to help these people out. I'll happily be their Huckleberry doctor and study them and research and do all this nonsense for the greater good of Starfleet.
Do you ever sometimes reflect on the fact that it's just you and I who seem to come up with these ideas, or at least as far as I know? That it escaped the scriptwriter completely?
I'm sure there has to be some people who wonder about, some of the points we bring up. Like, I'm fairly certain if we Google Plato's Stepchildren, there'll be articles like, "What the fuck's going on?" Done. Also, why are they now able to be controlled so easily?
Because Parman is so powerful.
But then who was bringing them out before?
But, watching what Nimoy and Shatner are having to go through in this episode, small wonder George Takei and Walter Koenig didn't show up for the episode.
Also, they have more than telekinetic powers because they are able to determine where someone else is to summon them, quote unquote, through their telekinetic powers. But how would they know where they are?
Are you sure they're not just beaming out a general signal, and once it reaches, say, Kirk's mind, wherever he is, he's compelled to go to the...
Well, that's not telekinesis.
Well, I mean telepathy. Well, it is telekinesis if he can force Kirk to come to the main audience chamber.
But how do you know where Kirk is?
It doesn't matter. You send out a general signal in all directions.
Okay, and how do you read the signal?
I'm sorry, I don't understand that last bit.
What I'm saying is they have to have at least some bits of telepathy in order to zero in on the person they want.
No, it's like sending out a general radio signal. It will, reach any receiver, but it carries a subsignal tuned to a particular.
Yeah, but that sounds like telepathy, not telekinesis.
Well, it could. I think they're confusing the two.
Ah. You mean the writer doesn't quite know what he's talking about?
Well, far be it from me to drag a writer's name through the mud.
Let's do it. What else did this asshole write?
Actually, he wrote 3 episodes of the original Outer Limits.
Okay, what were those?
Um,
Is the good
the
outer
architect,
limits.
the Architects of Fear, Obit, which is one of my favorites, and Zzz, which is not one of my favorites.
Oh, wait, isn't Zit the one with the ants?
No, you're thinking of the Zanti Misfits. Zzz is the one about the queen bee assuming human form.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, queen bee.
Queen Bee. Okay, and what did the Architects of Fear?
That's where you've got this group of scientists who figure out that the only way to stop war on Earth is to give humanity an exotic, powerful enemy to unite against. And so one of their members volunteers to be surgically altered into an alien form. They design a spaceship for him and a sophisticated weapon, and his job is to land on Earth and cause chaos so that Earth will unite against this common threat. But of course, the best laid plans, so forth and so on.
So he
And
didn't
that's
write
about
that
all
much.
that's about all Delinsky's known for. But I would like to have Obit and the Architects of Fear on my resume.
So what is Obit?
Obit is the one where this science center is using this machine that can tune in on anyone, anywhere, and listen and put them under surveillance. And a Senate investigation finally realizes that the Obit machine has been placed there by an alien race to demoralize humanity.
So literally it's like cell phones. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. There was once an attempt by some people at CBS to produce a made-for-television version of Shakespeare's Richard III, and they wanted Michael Dunn to play the title character. And Dunn was really hot for that project because he felt it would have been great, and frankly, I would have liked to have seen it as well.
It would have been his biggest role.
Aha. Aha. Chuckle, chuckle.
This is one of the weird episodes here.
Well, don't forget, we've got The Way to Eden coming up with the space hippies.
No, not the space hippies. Oh my god, no.
Are you going to sit out that one and just let me handle the
I might. Don't fucking tempt me. You can watch the fucking episode. I'll play like a game in the background. I'll occasionally peek back in. It's like, come on, everybody. I'm a hippie.
Oh.
I'm with the kids. Hello, fellow kids. I wonder what would happen if we get laughing gas or something to a Vulcan.
Wow, you do get bored easily, don't you?
I do. I'm the captain of the SS Cynical Bastard.
I can see McCoy in one of his darker moments doing that.
But I'm a Vulcan.
Well, that's profound.
I'm going to kill myself because of the humiliation.
And what happens on Plutonius stays on Plutonius, right?
Nay.
Spock is unaware that McCoy recorded the whole thing on his tricorder.
Oh, Lord. He is going to wait to play it later on.
Yeah.
Wait, is he really going to kill himself?
No, he doesn't want to. He just wants to try and control it. You would think that his human side would have lessened the impact some.
Or it's the human side that allowed it to happen in the first place?
Ah. For once.
See, he could probably get into this role because this is probably how it worked in Hollywood.
Probably. And he could really act.
Oh, this is true, yeah.
Well, we're trying to suck up to you so we can get through this.
So is he 2,000 years old too?
Probably.
Oof. Two weeks. Wait a minute. Gasp. Now wait a minute. These are aliens, so how can you assume that their whole bodies will work the same as humans?
True.
And also, wait a minute. Is this a monkey's paw? I mean, does Starfleet have the ability to? I don't want to say fix, to treat the condition, like maybe prior to birth, so that there aren't any people like him in the Starfleet?
I don't know, but as we learned from the Dr. Bashir stories on Deep Space Nine, the Federation had strong regulations against modified humans.
It wasn't modified though. There's a difference
Pardon?
between modification and preventing a genetic disease.
True. Presuming that it doesn't poison you at that strength in your blood systems.
So yeah, why not triple?
Yeah, and presuming that since Spock has different blood, it would, have the same effect on him that it would have on humans. Hey, I'd vote for that.
Mm-hmm. Revenge. Oh. Whoops. Sorry. Did that come out? What are they? The only two women on board? It's impossible.
I know, but since
There's
they're already
ancient. There's
in the,
ancient Spartan historians whose whole purpose is to
no,
study ancient Sparta.
she was
Uh,
left behind on SETI Alpha with uh, Khan.
and
Remember?
what I mean is that there's more of them.
Yeah.
Here's ancient Sparta. Here's ancient China.
My goodness, Uhura looks nicer than usual.
Okay, I'm beginning to suspect maybe this whole girdle thing Shatner wore is a lie.
Ugly rumor.
You gotta wiggle your fingers, dude.
Yeah.
Make
You
a
gotta
sound
make
effect.
gesture.
This is weird. I mean, the colors actually match really well for Nimoy and Shatner.
Yeah.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, you could cut the festivity with a knife, really.
Also, wait, I'm beginning to suspect maybe his wife is a bit over him. Generally speaking, when you're sitting with someone and they have their back turned to you, oh no.
Now, be respectful. Nimoy wrote this song himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it was season 3. They're like, fuck it. We're going to be canceled anyway. Go ahead.
Okay, so he's no Paul Simon.
Was Paul Simon around during this time?
Oh, yeah, Simon and Garfunkel? Ask your mother.
Well, why couldn't they do the fucking Exit to Eden episode?
They didn't have to. They were doing well on their own.
But it was TV. Come on, wrap it up. Or bust out into Bilbo Baggins. Come on. He's the greatest little hobbit of them all, you know.
Oh, that would have been great.
God, if I had a fucking hammer, okay? All of this is highly illogical. Okay, that's pretty sweet. As effects go.
Yeah, they'd later on, I think, do that music video for that guy, Jarilla Milo, the guy that wears a hat like the Cat in the Hat.
Jamiroquai, you
Jamiroquai.
heathen, you Philistine. How dare you?
But anyway, the video...
Virtuosity is one of the best fucking videos of all time.
Well, yeah, I like it.
And I doubt they did the same thing that they didn't move the entire set or the floor under the set. I thought they used strings.
No, watch the video again. It's the wall. It's the floors and such that move.
Ah.
And the walls. Oh, come on, Christine. You've been dreaming about this for years and you know it. Well, that's okay. Roll with it.
I'm sure I'll get over it. You'll have to make it up to me.
Well, women are fickle, aren't they? And that's their more important lines of the episode. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No,
oh,
this
yes.
cannot be. Don't they understand? He's white. And she's not white.
Some stations in the South
refused to air the episode?
Episode, and agreement was made to film two versions of this. Well, actually, an agreement was made to film two versions of the scene, one where the kiss takes place and one where it doesn't take place. But I believe there was. And actually, this episode was not shown in the United Kingdom until 1993.
Now, see what I want as an amusement to me. I would like to see the Star Trek fan, really gung ho, who's in the deep south and had no idea this episode existed. He go, it's like what 10 years later he hears about a convention. He's like, I'm going to go to this convention. I want to talk about Star Trek with people who love Star Trek. I've seen every episode. I know all the lines, all that crap. He goes, and all of a sudden he picks up this episode of Plato's Stepchildren, where Kirk, goes full on with Uhura, and he's like, "What the fuck? This episode never happened."
I think it's also because of this that the episode ran into trouble in some markets. And Kirk's thinking, wow, just like being back on the Enterprise.
Oh,
yeah, here we
no.
go with the white guy going on.
Holy shit! No.
We're really living now.
Also, that seems to be a significantly less than 38 people in that room, or 38 Platonians.
Yeah, well, some of them are in their chambers meditating and really high-level stuff like that.
No. Can we not? Oh no. Brand me with a V, Spock. Oh dear, oh no.
She's an evil little weevil, isn't she?
Well, I can dig it.
Well, she's off my dance card if it makes any difference.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir. Logical.
He's been waiting for a chance to throw that back at Farman. And Alexander's going, well, wait, can someone ask my opinion of this situation? And none of the other Platonians do anything to try and stop it.
I don't think any of the Platonians actually like Parman. Least of all his wife.
Yeah, to make him go around like a horse.
What the fuck is an academician?
Academicians, yeah.
No, what is that? Is that a
A
made-up
member,
word?
a member of the Academy, the Platonius Academy, the ruling body.
Is that an actual word though?
Academician? Oh yes.
Huh.
Yeah. Again with the finger.
Uhura. Chapel. Stay in the dresses.
Uhura, attend.
Attend. Lieutenant, attend. Oh, that was uncalled for, sir.
I think so.
Oh,
I'm giving this a low C, and partially for the reason that you would think the Federation, once they found out about the possibilities of kieranide, would have just fallen all over themselves to incorporate that into their defense scheme.
really? Like, where the fuck is the Kieranide mines? And the Kieranide processing
Well,
facility?
apparently on Platonius.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. I walked into that one. But yes! Oh. Because, I mean, there has to be thousands upon thousands of... wait, no. I guess it'd be hundreds of episodes of Star Trek later on that, maybe having telekinesis would have been a boon. That would have
And
saved
they knew
them all.
about kieranide before arriving on Platonius. So obviously,
Yeah, they're all like, oh yeah, Kieranide, that high energy power source. Of course, everyone knows about Kieranide.
we just don't use it for some stupid reason.
No, we do not. Oh Lord. Well, what do we have next? We have Blink of an Eye.
Blink of an Eye, which is an interesting episode.
Is it? Let me see. The Enterprise responds to a distress call for the planet Scalos. But when landing party members beam down, they find no living beings. Ooh, and I got to a random part, and there is indeed a lovely. Okay, so I guess.
And I'll
it's
skip
all right.
ahead. It's that the waters of Scalos somehow acquired this chemical, and then when someone drinks it, they accelerate to a speed far faster than normal, so they appear to be invisible, but actually they're moving around at tremendous speed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm taking a look at that one scene with the moving parts. I don't think that's the set moving. I think that's just wires on the furniture.
It may be. I mean, back then that would have been the simplest.
Yeah. But anyway, so I hope y'all all enjoyed that episode, and we will catch you again next time for the Wink of an Eye.
Yes, take care and behave.
Bye-bye.